So we've had a couple of months of rain and actually snowstorm. So it's time to clean up our horses, which gives me an opportunity to show people what you do in buying or selling a horse and what to look for. And our first step today is obviously cleaning up, but it's actually important for a horse to be able to get a haircut. And if you're selling a horse, which most of the ones I sell are younger horses, it takes a fair amount of training. This is Commander. He's a nice horse. As you'll find out, I like breeding. He's driftwood on the top, easy jet, and thoroughbred on the bottom. He's actually registered as a breeding stock paint, but 90% of his breeding is quarter horse, about 10% thoroughbred. But if you've decided for your horse to find a new home, always make sure and put its best foot forward. Now a lot of this will come out in step 2. But I can tell you, getting a good picture of your horse is the first step to somebody else falling in love with it and enjoying it and treating it with respect. A couple of things. I have one of these clips. He doesn't really use them, but I always use them because they're with the young horses. The razor will kind of startle them, and if it does startle them, they have some room to get back and nobody gets hurt. And speaking of that, there are 2 ways with my younger horses. Two ways. You can either if they do get really startled to the razor, a lot of people twitch an ear. I look at that as fairly dangerous. What I have a tendency to do is clip a nose, and then if they get startled and he's not, then as you start going, you just ease up on the nose once they realize it's not bad. Now what we're going to do, horses have a beautiful jawline, so we're going to start with the jawline. And all of a sudden this winter beard starts coming out and this beautiful face. Now I'm just using an inexpensive wall razor. It's called an iron horse. Get down here on the side. Don't forget these right up here. Clean them up. Also has getting under that chin gives some performance. I've got one horse that just grows a ton of hair and can't peel that under chin through the hair, and so once you get that all done, they become much more responsive. It's a real nice. Now, nobody has to be salon talented. You're going to make mistakes, but bad haircuts you don't have to worry about because they all grow back. And so you just get better by practicing. Okay. Second portion of the horse, now that we've got that jawline cleared, and I took that a little too close, but that's okay. In the pictures it really won't show up that much. You want to come back here and clean up these feet. A clean set of feet will make a horse appear a lot stronger. And will emphasize its shoulder muscles and everything on the legs. Yeah, Commander here grows a fair amount. Also on a performance basis, it keeps him from getting building dirt up when it gets muddy out. As you can tell, we got real muddy. But those little clumps of dirt, they call them scratches, because as they start moving out, those scratches will build up. Now, I'm not going to take you through the whole thing because I actually roach his mane. Because when we get to the picture part, you'll find out he looks really cool with a roached mane. But if you take your horse a little bit to the side, he'll come down. And no horse likes it, so that's why you want to reassure it with just a hand on the nose. Because for a horse, it's just like putting a vibrator to the top of your head. It doesn't feel good. We gotta clean off some of those. Now, if your horse has busy feet or is very well trained for the farrier and doesn't want you down there playing, then just act like the farrier. And it'll do just fine. But back here, especially if you're selling a horse, it lets people know right away that you can play with all 4 feet because you've got them all cleaned up. Now I'm not going to waste anyone's time while I go do the other half and roach the mane, but Anything else I missed? No, that's pretty well got it, but as you'll see when we go to step 2, which is getting your horse's muscles back, just in a round pin or a lunge line, you'll see how all of this trimming to the face, head, all leads to a lot better picture of your horse. So that pretty well concludes step 1.
Good job, Beth.